Okay, that's Cassie
Yeah.
Marquardt. Marquardt. Is that how you say that? Marquardt.
Where?
Marquardt.
Marcourt. I'm just gonna say
Marquardt?
Cassie. Number 12,
Cassie.
Cassie
Okay.
Marcourt.
Who is Amber?
Shut up. Amber
Amber.
Hayes.
Yeah. Who is that? Is that her? No, that's Ava Franco.
That's right there. That's Valentina who just hit it.
Yeah.
That's Ella who's setting.
Yeah,
4,
that's Bella.
That 4. That's Isabella.
Isabella Barker. That's I don't freaking know.
That's Caitlin Van Horn.
Okay, so the libero.
Okay.
Who's the libero? Libero. So it's arrow and not. What's up? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, they're about to start filming. All right, this is gonna go interesting.
All right. Okay. So for introduction.
Hi, I say welcome to Eagles on the Air broadcast of JV volleyball, where your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles are taking on the St. John 23rd Lions. Right?
I don't know.
Where's St. John?
St. John. They're just the 23rd. Hey, do they have a mascot? Tigers?
Cool. Lions.
Oh my god.
That's what I thought. I thought it was Lions.
Okay. I'm Jackson Champion, and I'm Derek Jordan.
I'm joined by my colleague Derek Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to JV Volleyball at Fort Bend Christian Academy. I'm Jackson Champion, and I'm with my colleague
Derek Jordan.
Tonight, the Fort Bend Christian Academy JV Volleyball team will be taking on the St. John 23rd Lions.
We're really in for a good one today, Jackson. I mean, both of these are really talented teams. Really going to be a showdown tonight.
Absolutely. Both of these are filled with freshmen and sophomore that are looking to push their way onto varsity, and you can still get some nice talent on both these teams.
Absolutely. And as your Eagles plan to take the court, here we go with our starting lineup. First of all, we got number 1, Ella Olson. Number 2, Valentina Covarrubias. Number 3, Caitlin Van Horn.
Number 4, Isabella Barker. Number 6, Ashley Savigny. Number 7, Naomi Jones. And number 8, Olivia Moon.
Number 9, Claire Estes. Number 10, Brooke Thompson. Number 11, Lillian Drennan.
Number 12, you have Cassie Marcourt. Number 13, Amber Hayes. And number 14, Ava Franco.
All right, and here we go. Your Eagles are planning to take the court here against St. John 23rd.
Here come both teams to the net as they wave to each other. For St. John, in the starting lineup, we have number 6, Isabella Munoz. Number 10, Tatiana Redneck. Number 3, Therese Boado. Number 4, Annalise Aldrette. And number 11, Elizabeth Roncall.
And for your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles, your starting lineup is number 4, Isabella Barker. Number 2, Valentina Covarrubias. Number 12, Cassie Marcourt. Number 9, Claire Estes. And your libero tonight is Lillian Drennan.
Your Eagles will be starting off serving with number 1, Ella Olson with the serve.
Court judge blows the whistle, and here we go.
First serve is out, and that is a point for St. John.
Not a bad serve by Ella Olson. She's got a lot of power in that arm.
Here comes the serve from number 6 for St. John.
Set.
And a good pass and a hit by number 12. A good set, good pass. And a hit by number 4. A good set by Isabella. A good tip by Ella Olson, and that is out. And that's another point for St. John.
Great play by your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles. Great teamwork there. And that's one of the big keys for tonight. We got to communicate well and make our passes good, share the ball, and I don't see any reason why we won't win tonight.
Number 6, another serve. It's set up by the libero to Valentina. And a good hit by number 12. Fielded by number 6. A nice tip. A good save by number 12. Good hit by number 11. And Ella with the hit over. Going for the spike. Fielded by Bella. And that is another point for St. John. Number 6, Melissa Guthrie with the serve.
What?
There is no score. A good save by Ella and a hit by number 12. And that is a point for Fort Bend. 3-2-1.
What a play by number 12, Cassie Marcourt. And I believe she's going to take the serve for this next play. And your Eagles are on the board. Score is 3-1.
Here comes Cassie with the serve. Fielded cleanly by St. John. And that's hit by Ella. Set up by Ella. And then it's hit over the net by Isabella. And that's a kill for Isabella. And a point for the Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles JV volleyball team.
What a play by Bella Barker. I mean, that was just perfect communication right there. Way to share the ball, Eagles. And we get another serve. Your score is 3-2 here.
Cassie with the serve. And that is a clean ace for your JV volleyball team.
That is a great serve by Cassie Marcourt right in the middle right there. There was just no way you could get to that.
Cassie with the next serve. And that is a good block by the Fort Bend JV Eagles, led by Bella and Claire.
Cassie is serving phenomenal right now, and she has put your Eagles in the lead 4-3.
Good hit by number 3. A good setup and a good kill by number 4. And that'll be out off of Bella, and that is a point for St. John.
Bit of a hard time communicating right there. We had libero Lillian Drennan and number 4 Isabella Barker going for the ball at the same time, and unfortunately both just hit it over at the same time, and that ball rolled out of bounds. Your score here is 4-4, folks.
Number 9, Madeline Berrigan with the serve. A good hit, another good hit, and a tip over by number 11. A good set by number 12, and a hit over by number 4 Isabella Barker, and that is out. And that is another point for St. John. Your score is now 5-4 for St. John. Number 9 with the serve again. Set by Barker. Another set by Ella. And a hit over by Valentina. Set by number 6 and a hit over. And that could not be reached by number 12. And that is another point for St. John.
And that is a great placed ball by St. John right there. They really passed that around, and that kill shot just had Fort Bend off balance. And your score here is 6-4, St. John.
Next serve by number 9. Good shot by number 11. Good set by number 1. And a hit over, tap over by number 2, Valentina. And that is a point for St. John for a violation.
Yeah, I just couldn't get that over the net right there. Nothing you could really do about that, but that's just great ball placement on St. John's part.
Number 9 with the serve. That's a direct hit over. And another point for St. John, as that is now 8-4 for St. John.
Bit of a miscommunication there. No big deal. Just regroup here. Let's get a point back, and let's get back on the attack.
Another serve from number 9 for St. John. Good hit by number 12. Another good hit by number 1, and a hit over by 4, Bella Barker. And that'll be another point for St. John.
That was an excellent kill shot by St. John right there, and we're going to take a timeout. Sixth grader Kaylee Tollison is hosting her 3rd annual Totally Teal Trot 5K Fun Run the morning of September 18th. Kaylee is a stage 3 cancer survivor and would love for her fellow Eagles to come out and help her raise awareness for ovarian cancer. All proceeds benefit Kaylee's Over Embrace Chemo Care Bag program, where she delivers bags to patients currently going through treatment at local hospitals. Come out early for music and a fun Zumba warm-up. Sign up at runsignup.com/race/texas/sugarland/Kaylee Strong 5K.
Man, I love to run, so you may find me over there at that 5K, getting in a good practice run.
Absolutely, and for a great cause, too.
Absolutely. As St. John and your Eagles take the court again, we appear to have no substitutions on the Eagles side, the same group. Here's the serve from number 9. Good set by Isabella. Another good set by number 12. And a hit over by Valentina, and that is out. And that is another point for St. John. 10-4 for St. John.
I think we just got a little too aggressive there. Valentina went for the kill shot. Obviously had to hit it over. Just a little too much power on that swing.
Here's another serve for number 9 for St. John. And it hits the net. And that is a point for your Eagles.
And I
think they look to climb back in this one.
I think this was just the momentum shift that your Eagles needed. We have a substitution here for the libero, Lillian Drennan, as Amber Hayes enters the game.
Serve for Claire, number 9. It's fielded by St. John, set by number 6, and a hit over by 24. Set by number 13, and a hit over by number 4, Isabella Barker. Set by number 6, a hit over by a tap over, and that is a point for St. John. What a beautiful tap by number
Excellent
3.
communication by St. John's right there. I mean, way to move the ball and just get that tip over the net. Had the Eagles totally off balance.
And here comes a serve from number 24 for St. John. Fielded by Bella, set by number 1, Ella, and a hit over by Valentina. And that'll be a point for the Eagles.
Excellent hit by Valentina right there. I mean, that was a perfectly placed ball, almost out of bounds. There was just no way that St. John's was going to do anything with that. And I think Valentina's going to take the serve on this one as well.
Number 2, Valentina on the serve. Fielded by St. John's, number 24. Set by number 6. A hit up by number 1, and they could not get it over in 3 shots. That is a point for Fort Bend.
Fort Bend seems to be gaining a little bit of momentum here. Your score tonight is 11-7 here in set 1.
Valentina with her second serve. Fielded by number 24. Hand over the net for the Eagles, and that is a point for St. John. Just a mistake you cannot afford to have. We have a substitution coming in. Number 10 is coming in.
Yeah, and Valentina Covarrubi is subbed out of the game for the Eagles. She had been a big part of this Eagles offense tonight, and we'll see how the substitution works out for us.
As number 8, Olivia Mahoon, comes in. Served by number 10 for St. John's. Fielded by number 11. Hit up by Ella. And a hit over by number 12. Set by number 6 and a hit over by number 3. And that is a kill for St. John 23rd.
And that was just about a picture-perfect kill shot for St. John 23. Everything just went together in their favor right there. They had excellent passing, excellent communication, and that just set them up perfectly for a kill shot against the Eagles. And your score here tonight is 13-7.
Number 10, Tatiana with the serve. Fielded by number 11, set by Ella, and a hit over by Bella. Fielded by St. John's cleanly, and set by number 6, and a hit over by number 3, a tap over by number 3, and that is a point for St. John's, using the tip to their advantage tonight.
And you know, she went up there like she was about to drop an absolute kill shot on the Eagles, and just tipping the ball over the net really caught us off guard right there, making the score 7-14 for St. John.
Number 10 with the serve again for the Eagles. Number 13 hits it up. 1 sets it. 12 with a tap over. Fielded cleanly by 6. Set by number 24 and a hit over by number 3. And that could not be reached by the Eagles. And that is another point for St. John. The score is now 15-7 for the St. John Lions.
Fort Bend Eagles just seem a little bit out of focus right now, but we're going to get it back on this one right here. Just 1 point right here really shifts the momentum of the game.
Here's another serve. Good set. Another good set by Ella, and a hit over by the libero. That is another good save. Good set by number 6, and a hit tap over by number 3, and it's fielded cleanly by the Eagles. Set by Ella, and a hit over by number 4, Isabella, and that is fielded cleanly by the St. John Eagles. Hit over by number 3 again, and that could not make it over the net, as that is a point for the Eagles. Your score is now 8-15.
Excellent plays right there by both Ella Olson and Olivia Moon right there. Great teamwork to get that ball back over in a spot where they just could not return it.
Isabella Barker with the serve for the Eagles. Hit up by number 24, set by number 6, and with the kill for St. John's, number 3. She has been all over it for St. John's tonight.
Yeah, she's really got that kill shot working for her, and then right when they don't expect it, she goes back to the tip over the net and just catches the Eagles off guard.
Number 3 on the serve for St. John 23rd. Set by Ella, and then actually a tip over by Ella. Hit up by number 24. Hit shot by number 4, and that was hit out of bounds by number 11. That is another point for St. John. 8-17 is your score, with St. John 23rd leading in this first set.
Great effort by Lillian Drennan right there to try to get that ball back in play, and just unfortunately hit off the side of her arm, and that ball went soaring into the scoreboard.
And we have another timeout on the court.
And just a reminder that 6th grader Kaylee Tollison is hosting her 3rd annual Totally Teal Trot 5K Fun Run the morning of September 18th. Kaylee is a stage 3 cancer survivor and would love her fellow Eagles to come out and help raise awareness for ovarian cancer. All proceeds benefit Kaylee's Over Embrace Chemo Care Bag program, where she delivers bags to patients currently going through treatment at local hospitals. Come out early for music and a fun Zumba warm-up. Sign up at runsignup.com/race/Texas/Sugarland/Kaylee Strong 5K.
As the Eagles and the Lions take back to the court, your score is 17-8 favoring the St. John Lions as they serve to set up this next point. Number 3, Therese Blato on the serve. And that is fielded by number 12. Hit up by Ella, number 1. And hit back over by number 12. And that could not be reached by the St. John Lions, and that is a point for your Eagles.
And number 12, Cassie Marcourt right there with an excellent kill shot. There was no getting to that from the St. John 23rd Lions right there.
Number 13, Amber Hayes with the serve for your Eagles. The booming serve, but that appears to be out. And that is a point for St. John. Your score is 9-18 as the serve shifts back to the St. John 23rd Lions.
And that serve had a lot of power on it right there, and unfortunately ended up out of bounds.
Number 1 on the serve. That is hit up by Bella Barker. Set up, and that's a tip over by Ella. St. John having some trouble, and they cannot get it back over the net, and that is a point for the Fort Bend Eagles.
And great communication, great teamwork right there by the Eagles, and that's what we need if they're going to mount a comeback in this game. Your score tonight, folks, is 18-10 in favor of your St. John 23rd Lions.
We have another sub. Valentina Covarrubias coming back in for Olivia Moon. Ella with the serve. Set up by number 6, and that's a hit over by number 4, and that could not be fielded cleanly by the Eagles, and that is another point for St. John 23rd with a score of 19-10 over the Eagles.
Libero Lillian Drennan just looked a little indecisive right there, as that ball would have been soaring out of bounds.
St. John with the serve, and another serve that could not be fielded by number 11, Olivia Drennan, and that is another point for St. John with a score of 20-10. With St. John getting in on closing out this set, they're looking to get these last couple points to secure this first set. Here comes the serve from St. John, and that is a hit up by number 12, set up by number 1, and that could not be gotten back over the net by Valentina, and that is another point for St. John 23rd. 21-10 is your score.
St. John is currently completely in control of the game, but like I've been saying, 1 point is all it takes to truly shift the momentum in this game.
Number 6 back on the serve for St. John. Hit up by Lillian, set by Ella. Then as a hit over by Olivia. And 24 could not get to it cleanly. And number 4 hits it back over for St. John. That's fielded by number 12, set by Ella Olson. And hit over by number 12. Another return by number 24. 4 with the hit over. And that is out of bounds, and that is a point for the Eagles.
Great play there by the Eagles. You can really see the energy out on the court and the way that these girls have chemistry with one another. It's just so fun to see them play.
Number 12, Cassie Marcourt, back on the serve. Number 24 fields it for them. Number 6 with the set. 3 looking to hit it over. Fielded by Lillian. Set up by Ella. And hit by Claire. And that is out of bounds. And that is another point for St. John's. They inch closer to closing out this first set.
Yeah, Jackson, the score here is 22-11. Eagles falling behind quickly in this game.
Number 9 on the serve for St. John. set by Bella. Another set by Ella. And that's a hit over by Bella, and that ran right into the net, and that is another point for St. John as they inch closer to closing out this first set with a score of 23-11.
Everything's going right for St. John 23rd right now. Jackson and Fort Bend just can't seem to find a rhythm.
Number 9 with the serve again. Set by Cassie. It's another set by Ella. And just a miscommunication by the Eagles as they could not find anybody to hit it over the net, and that is another point for St. John's. The score is 24-11.
And like I said earlier in this broadcast, Jackson, communication is key for our Eagles here, and that's what we need.
Number serve from number 9. Set up by Cassie. A set by Ella. And a tip over by 8, and that was fielded by St. John's. Set up by 6 and a hit by number 3. A tap over by 3, and that is the point for St. John that gets them to 25 points. And that is the set for St. John. 25-11 was your score for the first set as St. John 23rd Lions take it over the Fort Bend Christian Eagles. And just a reminder, folks, that 6th grade, Kaylee Tolson is hosting her 3rd annual Totally Teal Trot 5K Fun Run the morning of September 18th. Kaylee is a Stage 3 cancer survivor and would love for her fellow Eagles to come out and help raise awareness for ovarian cancer. All proceeds benefit Kaylee over Embrace Chemo Care Bag Program when she delivers bags to patients currently going through at local hospitals. Come out early for music and a fun Zumba warm-up. Sign up at runsignup.com, race Texas Sugarland /Kaylee Strong 5K. Looking to start the second set off on a better foot for the Eagles. St. John 23rd Lions have taken the court for the second set of this match. The first set was taken by the St. John 23rd Lions with a score of 25-11. The Eagles still in their timeout, looking to talk about better communication, looking for a better game plan to take on this attack by St. John. What have you seen out there from St. John that has made them score so many points?
I mean, they're really just moving the ball around well, swinging it, passing it, and, I mean, they've really got that kill shot working for them that Fort Bend Christian just has not been able to respond to, Jackson. What changes do you think need to be made by the Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles in order to be successful in this next set?
The Eagles are going to have to look at a way to stop number 3's kill shot by the Lions because they have not been able to handle it all night. It's been interesting to see the communication go on between the Eagles as there's been some points where they've been perfectly in sync and there's been some points where they just can't find a rhythm. The Eagles are looking to find a rhythm here in this next set, get back on track, and take the second set to force it to a third.
All right, Jackson, your Eagles should be taking the court very shortly as manager Caitlin Slate gives a last-second talk to the Eagles.
And here come out your Eagles. Number 4, Isabella Barker. Number 14, Ava Franco. Number 7, Naomi Jones. Number 6, Ashley Savigny. Number 2, Valentina Covarrubias. And number 1, Ella Olson. Along with number 9, Claire Estes. As number 6, Ashley Savigny comes back off the court. Number 14, Ava Franco comes back off the court, and Lillian Drennan comes back on. Here's the serve from St. John, set by number 2, Valentina, and a miss set by Ella, and that is a point for St. John.
Just a really bad miscommunication right there as Ella Olsen kind of collided with Naomi Jones right there. Just wasn't able to set the ball and get it back over the net right there.
Not the way to start off the first point. And here comes number 6 with the serve again. Then a set by Bella. Another set by Ella. And then there's a hit over by number 7, Naomi, that could not get over the net. And that's another point for St. John 23rd.
All right, Jackson, as St. John leads this set 2-0 right now. Fort Bend needs to make a change.
Back on the serve, number 6 for St. John. Hit up by number 2, Valentina. Another set by number 1, Ella. And that's a hit over by Valentina, and that is fielded by St. John. A hit over by number 4. And that's another good hit by number 11. Set by Ella Olsen. And a hit shot that went right into the net by number 9, Claire. And that is another point for St. John 23rd with the score 3-0 with your Eagles on with 0 points still.
Number 9, Claire Estes, went for that kill shot, just was not able to get it over the net.
Number 6 on the serve yet again. Bella with the shot up. Ella with the tap over, and is fielded by St. John. Number 24, the libero with the hit. And a hit kill shot by number 6, and that is fielded by Valentina. Ella with the set, and Naomi with the hit over. Fielded by St. John, number 23rd. Number 6 with the shot. Ella with the setup. Naomi with the hit over, and that will be out of bounds. That'll be another point for St. John 23rd as they scream out to this lead, 5-0. Hit by Lillian. Another set by Ella, and a hit over by Claire. That is fielded by St. John. Number 6 with the set. Number 4 looking for the hit, and that is fielded by Valentina. Set by number 11, Lillian. Hit over by Naomi, and that does not make it over that, and that is another point for St. John 23rd.
All right, St. John's has all the momentum right now as number 3, Caitlin Van Horn, enters the game in place of number 7, Naomi Jones.
Number 6 with the serve again. That is a hit up by Isabel, and that barely makes her over the net, but that is right back out of bounds, and that is another point for St. John's as she could not control her set.
Great effort there by Bella Barker, and St. John's just takes the lead right here, 6-0. Eagles need some momentum.
Number 6 on the serve again for the St. John, and that hits the net, and that goes over, and that's another point for St. John. Just an unlucky bounce for your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles.
And perfectly placed ball right there. There is nothing that Fort Bend Christian could do about that. That was just a great serve.
Number 6 with the serve again. And that is a hit up by Barker. Another set by Ella, and that's a hit over by Claire that could not reach the net yet again. And St. John has gone 8-0 to start this set. And that is a timeout by your Fort Bend Eagles as they look to recoup after this rough start.
And as we're still relatively early in this second set, it is obvious that Fort Bend Christian Academy needs to make a minor adjustment. Just small little mistakes that are being made are really having a large impact on this game, as your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles are currently down 8-0 in this set. Jackson, what needs to be done in order for us to gain some momentum, get back in this game?
We just cannot seem to handle the serves of number 6 for St. John. Melissa Guthrie, she seems to just be having the Eagles' numbers so far, and she's done a great job of just keeping the ball in control and putting in places that makes it hard for the Eagles to set up a good kill shot. As she is back on the serve, Melissa Guthrie for the St. John 23rd Lions. Here comes Melissa's next serve, and it's set by Lillian. A tap over by Ella, and another hit over by St. John. Valentina with the set, and it went right into the stands, and that is a lucky point for St. John, as after all the bounces around the court, it somehow got back over for another point.
And that was a great effort by Valentina Covarrubias, just unable to connect with the ball in the right spot in order to get it and back into play. All good, though. We're right back in this as St. John leads 9-0.
Another serve from number 6, Melissa. Hit up by Lillian. A set by Ella. And a tap over by Claire, and that's fielded by St. John. Hit up by number 6. And going for the right into the net by number 4 for the kill shot, and she missed. And that is a first point of the set for the Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles.
And we're going to have Ella Olsen serving as the Eagles take the attack as they're down 9-1.
Ella with the serve. And that is fielded. And that is not fielded. And that is a point, an ace for the Eagles, as there's a miscommunication on St. John's side, and this is exactly the momentum that the Eagles need.
And I think this St. John's team just thought that that ball was hit too hard and was going out of bounds. But Ella Olsen placed that ball perfectly to hit the yellow line, and that is a point for your Eagles.
Ella with her next serve. Hit cleanly by St. John's, set up by St. John's. Number 4 taps it over, and that is set up by Ella. And that just, after diving multiple times for the ball, the Eagles could not get it back over, as that is a point for St. John, as the score is 2-10 now.
And that was a perfectly placed shallow serve by Ella Olsen, and a great effort there to try to get it up. Just a bit of a miscommunication. Wasn't able to get that ball back over the net and keep this round in play. St. John leads 10-2.
Number 9 for St. John with the serve, Caroline. Fielded by Valentina. Set by Ella. A hit back over by Valentina that goes right into the net, and that is another point for St. John as they lead this match.
Fort Bend just needs to settle down a little bit. We're trying to do too much. Just play our game, play it simple, and execute.
Number 9 with the serve. Set by number 11. Set by number 1. Tip over by number 1. Set by number 24 for St. John. Hit over by number 3. And nobody could get to it. It was placed perfectly in the middle. And that is another point for St. John.
And despite dives by Isabella Barker and Lillian Drennan, just no Eagles were able to connect with that ball. And that is another point for St. John 23rd.
The score is 2-12, favoring the St. John Lions as they look to serve yet again from number 9. And an ace by the St. John Lions as the Eagles could not reach the ball in time, as that is another point for them as they reach 13 points to the Eagles' 2 points.
And if you're just joining us, St. John 23rd is currently up 1-0 here in this second set.
Number 9 with the serve, Bella with the set, Ella with the next set, and Bella looking to hit it over, fielded cleanly by St. John's. Number 6 with the set, and number 11 with the tap over, fielded by number 1 Ella, fielded by number 11. And that will not get over the net, and that will be a point for St. John.
It's 14-2 right now in favor of St. John 23rd. Eagles really need to get it together, make some small adjustments, and we're going to be right back in this thing.
Number 9 with the serve yet again. Fielded by Lillian, the libero. Hit up by number 1 Ella. And a hit over by Valentina. Fielded clean by St. John's. Looking for the kill, number 3 yet again. Fielded by number 1 Ella. 11 with the hit up. Valentina with the hit over. And that looks like hit back over by St. John. Ella with the hit over. Number 3 with the set. 6 with another set. 11 with the going for the kill. It's saved by Ella. Valentina with the hit back over. Number 24 fields it cleanly. Number 9 with the hit over. And that is out of bounds after a great volley between the two teams. The Eagles score their 3rd point of the set.
And that was a great point by both teams. Great communication, great ball movement. That was an exciting one to watch as your Eagles are down 14-3 here in set number 2.
Number 3, Caitlin Van Horn on the serve. And that is an ace by Caitlin. And that is another point for the Eagles as she nails the back corner perfectly and just unable to get to it as people were concerned if it was going to go in or out.
That was a great serve by number 3, Caitlin Van Horn, and that's what we need. Every serve from her.
Caitlin with her next serve. And that is another ace as number 9 could not field it cleanly for St. John. She is on a roll for the Eagles.
And Van Horn is 2 for 2 here serving and looking to keep it up again, get her Eagles back in this game.
14-5 is your score with St. John taking the first set. We are now underway in the second set. Number 3, Caitlin Van Horn with the serve. And another ace by Caitlin Van Horn. They just cannot seem to field her serves.
And St. John 23rd just does not have an answer for Caitlin Van Horn right now as she is on an absolute tear.
Caitlin with her next serve. And that will be out. And that will end her streak of 3 aces in a row as St. John takes the next point to lead 15-6.
And just a little too hard on the serve, put a little too much power behind that ball, and that ball went soaring out of bounds.
Number 24, the libero for St. John with the serve. Lillian with the set, Ella with the next set, and Bell with the hit over. Set by number 3, set by number 6. And a hit over by number 15, fielded cleanly by Ella. Lillian with the hit. Isabel with the hit over. Fielded clean by St. John, set by number 6. Going for the kill shot that barely stays in bounds, and that is a point for St. John as the Eagles just could not reach the ball in time.
And that was just excellent ball movement by St. John 23rd. Few sets, and then the kill shot to the straight back corner got us.
Number 24, the libero for St. John on the serve. Caitlin could not get the ball back over the net after an awkward hit, and that is another point for St. John as they now lead 6-17.
And down by 11 here in this second set. You got to think that the Eagles are going to make a change soon.
Caitlin with the set. Ella with the next set. Valentina looking for the hit over. Fielded clean by St. John. And that is a point for St. John. Timeout for the Eagles as they look to recoup after a 6-18 score in the second set, with St. John leading the first set to nothing.
St. John 23rd just has complete control of this game right now. They've dominated on both sides of the ball. They're setting well, defending well, and they just have an answer for everything that the Eagles seem to hit them with.
Looking at the Eagles in this second set, their absolute bright spot of this set has to be Caitlin Van Horn with her 3 aces in a row. What would you think about that, Derek, on how those serves went and how they got some momentum for the Eagles?
And, you know, before that, the Eagles they were going a little bit slow, and then Caitlin got the ball, and she executed, and that gave us some momentum. That got us some points. She put us right back in this game, and we need that from every one of our players.
Number 24, Megan Morello with the libero for the St. John 23rd Lions on the serve. Valentina is out for the Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles as number 8, Olivia Moon, comes in for her to play in the front. Number 24 with the serve for St. John, fielded by number 11, Lillian. Set by number 1, Ella. And has a hit over by Claire, fielded cleanly by St. John. A set by number 6. A hit over, that was blocked by Claire. A tip over by number 13. That's right back over to St. John's side. Hit up by number 6, and a tap over by number 15, and another tap over by number 1, Ella, and that is fielded cleanly by St. John. Number 6 with the set, 14 looking for the kill shot, and that's fielded cleanly by Lillian. Ella with the next set. Number 4, Isabella Barker with the kill, and she misses, and Olivia hits it into out of bounds looking for a set, and that is another point for St. John's after a wild volley.
That was an excellent play by the Eagles. You could really see the fight that they have in them. They're leaving it all out here. No matter what that scoreboard says, they have given it all that they've got this game.
Number 24 back on the serve for St. John. And there's a miscommunication by the Eagles as no one was in the correct spot, and there's another point for St. John as they lead this match 20-6.
And Caitlin Van Horn right there just got caught up with Claire Estes as neither of them were able to make the play.
Caitlin Van Horn is out on the sub with number 7, Naomi Jones in. Number 24 serving for St. John's. Set up by Lillian. Another set by Ellen that's actually going to go over the net. And that's attempted hit back over the net, and that is right into the net. And that's a point for the Eagles as the score is now 7-20 with St. John leading this second set.
And Ella Olsen has just been so good this game, making all of her sets, moving the ball around well, and killing when she needs to.
Number 9, Claire Estes on the serve for the Eagles. Set by number 5 for St. John's, and a hit over by number 7. And that was just a clear miscommunication by the Eagles as no one was in position to get back to the ball, as that's another point for St. John's with the score 21-7.
And your Fort Bend Eagles are beginning to look a bit frustrated, but nonetheless, 1 point could really change this game. Get your Eagles back in it.
Number 7 for St. John looking on the serve. And that is right into the net, and that is a point for the Eagles.
And that could be just the momentum shift that Fort Bend Christian needs right now, especially as number 12, Cassie Marcourt, enters the game for number 8, Olivia Moon.
Number 12 will come right in to serve. Cassie Marcourt on the serve. A great serve fielded by St. John Clean, set up by number 5, and a hit over by 14. That is tipped back over, and that is a point for St. John as they tipped it right back out of bounds on the St. John side. For the score of 21-8, St. John Lions lead your Eagles.
And great effort there by your Eagles, just unable to execute, and that ball rolled out of bounds as St. John takes the attack.
Number 14 on the serve for the Lions. That is fielded cleanly by number 4, Bell. Set up by number 12, Cassie, and a hit over by Isabella as the Lions could not field it cleanly, and that is another point for your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles as they are down 22-9, looking to regain some momentum as Isabella Barker comes back to serve for the Eagles.
And down by so much in set 2, things are not looking good for the Eagles, but looking up here as Barker serves.
Fielded cleanly by number 7 for St. John's. Hit up by number 5, and that is a hit by number 4. And Lillian could not handle the ball. There was a miscommunication between the front and the back line, and that's a point for St. John as they inch closer to closing out this second set, 23-9.
Just unable to pick up that ball right there from Lillian Drennan as she had a bit of a miscommunication with number 7, Naomi Jones.
Sub for the St. John Lions, number 11 comes in for number 24 as Elizabeth Roncall enters the match. And that's another point for St. John as there was a violation on the court for the Eagles side.
And as the score is 24-9, St. John 23rd is looking to close out this game against the Eagles as they are up 1-0.
Number 13 with the serve. William with the setup. Bella with. And that is going to go out of bounds as Cassie hits it way back into the back. And that is the set for the Eagles. And that will be the game. St. John takes this match 2-0.
And stay tuned as the varsity game will be on in about 20 or 30 minutes as Fort Bend Christian takes on St. John 23rd. We'll be back.
I'm better at I can do football. We did really well. Not knowing Thank you for letting us know. Volunteering. Relax. She said she was. Whether that actually happens or not, we'll see. Who's all working cameras for this thing? Oh, I have to check it on my thing. You want to eat? Yeah, I do. Yeah, let's go.
Can't stop. Make sure you go over their names and make sure we know how to say their names and stuff.
Thank you for throwing away the ingredients for us. Is this a candy sheet or scooch out the way, bro. Move that light.
Your mom loves it.
She does?
You looking fresh, bro. Is this the one I used? I don't think it is.
This is really, spit. Is yours comfortable to wear?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Mine's not. Mine hurts my ears. Let me see. Yeah, yours is more cushion than mine. This hurts my ears. Sorry.
Or is this mine? Is this the one I wore?
You're still on the play-by-play?
Yeah, I'll do play-by-play.
Okay.
Gotta be the next Chris Fowler, bro.
You were catching a roll there at the end.
I know. I started to get into it. It's like I get a groove of it and know what to do. That girl that Blaine was talking to and snapping to has been snapping me a bunch. That's a good picture. But do you want to know who I just have like 0 pictures with?
Who?
Like the five of us. Like we do have like no.
Yeah, I know. We have one.
Yeah. Well, Miss Lottie took a picture of us one time. I
Yeah.
don't know where it is. I don't have it.
No, there's no contact. So he goes there. Wait. This doesn't look right.
Yeah. Looking tough. How many people are on that private story?
Like 80.
80? Wow. My private stories are not that open. My 2 private stories are a lot smaller than that. Very exclusive. Wow. Yeah, mine aren't that big. My regular one is, let's see views.
Riley Stubing.
And then my country one that I just let anyone join was bigger because just anyone could join it. I had some random people join it. Like you can look at the bottom of the list. Like I had some really random people join it. Like I did too. I looked at you and you were laughing. I was like, yeah. I was surprised. She joined. She joined. Her friend joined. She joined. Another one of her friends. I was like, oh, cool. Y'all all joined. I wasn't planning on that happening, but great, cool. You just snapped me. Tune in again. Oregon, Ohio State, week 2. Who you taking? We're gonna get him.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, he has to be, or he doesn't pass the easiest class he has. So, listen in, let me know if everything goes haywire.
Aren't you listening?
No,
You're not?
Oh.
until tomorrow. FBCA.TV.
Wait, so you can't hear us?
No. I'm talking to the cameraman.
Oh.
You guys. All right, you guys, look over here. All right, there you go. Hey, pass it out of your mouth. Show her you're really here.
Yeah. I'm just not going to look at St. John's roster. That's a waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. Just number 11, number 12.
Yeah, that's what I did last match. Well, actually, I know Fort Bench. I should just look at their roster, but it's whatever. I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to say our names. I think they're starting soon.
They start at 6.
Yeah. 5:53. Make Avery Madman send a picture of you. She's going to start crying now. Say hi to Andy. Oh, and George. All the cuties. Oh. Why are you... Did you make her mad?
Yeah, I told her I was asking it. I don't know if we're on right now, because if we are, that's embarrassing.
Just take it off.
Yeah, I guess. Are we on right now? Please say no.
welcome to Fort Bend Christian Academy Varsity Volleyball as your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles are taking on the St. John 23rd Lions in a game of volleyball.
Classic showdown here, Jackson, as we're early in the season. Fort Bend Christian looking to pick up an early win. What are some key takeaways from today's game? What needs to happen for us to win this game, Jackson?
Absolutely. Communication needs to be key, and being able to communicate, make good passes, pass up well, make good sets so we can get in some good kills early on in the match and jump out to an early lead.
Absolutely. And tonight we're looking at number 20, Bailey Hanner, and number 8, Avery Hodge, as they take the court for your Fort Bend Christian Academy. They've been big pieces of this team all 4 years they've been here, and they're starting off their senior seasons with a bang.
Absolutely, absolutely. And your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles are on a 7-game winning streak coming off their tournament win at the BCS Classic where they took home the silver bracket. They are actually undefeated at home this year as they have not lost at home, so they are looking to continue that streak of no losses at home as they take on the St. John 23rd Lions.
And at that BCS Classic tournament, number 20, Bailey Hanner, made the all-tournament team as she had a phenomenal tournament there.
Absolutely. Just a testament to what kind of player she is and what kind of player Texas State is going to be getting next year.
Absolutely.
Your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles are led by head coach Alex Edwards. As both teams take the court, we look to get this match underway. Both teams come to the net to wave to each other, and they get ready for the match. Your lineup tonight for the Eagles: number 1, Hadley Hodge; number 2, Sarah Weber; number 3, Shay Stone; number 4, Lily Baker; number 5, Sophia Vreelink; number 6, Lainey Brown; number 7, Reagan Heflin; number 8, Avery Hodge; number 9, Lane Bullow; number 10, Bailey Miner; number 10, Oikonsola Ajamatokan; number 13, Cassie Mark Court; and number 20, Bailey Hanner.
And your varsity lineup for St. John 23rd. Number 4, Mia Morello. Number 2, Sophie Ibanez. Number 5, Bella Ekia. Number 3, Laura Merlina. Number 1, Lauren Frazier. Number 15, Amy Ross. Number 8, Amanda Lopez. Number 20, Caitlin Young. Number 7, Cameron Free. Number 9, Bailey Free. Number 10, Daniela Sabido. Number 6, Eva Turner. Number 13, Elisa Collins. And number 18, Dallas Copeland.
Tonight, the starting lineup for your Eagles includes number 9, Lane Buo, number 11, Oikonsola, number 10, Bailey Miner, number 20, Bailey Hanner, number 16, Avery Hodge, number 7, Reagan Heflin.
All right, and as we get underway here, players take their positions. And serve
The first
belongs.
serve is going to St. John 23rd Lions as number 18 will take the first serve for St. John. Here comes the first serve of the first set of the match. And it's set by Bailey Hanner. Set by Reagan Heflin. It's hit over by Oikonsola, and that is out of bounds. And that is a point for St. John 23rd as they open up this match with a 1-0 lead.
Oikonsola's got a lot of power in that arm. If she can control that, she's going to be a weapon here tonight.
Number 18 with her second serve of the game. Set by Bailey Hanner. Set by Reagan. Look for the hit for Bailey Miner. And that is not returned by St. John's, as that is a point for the Eagles. That is a tie game, 1-1.
And like you said, Jackson, communication is key tonight, and that was a testament of just how good our team can be when they communicate and move the ball well.
Number 9, Lane Bull with the serve. Returned by set by number 18. Going for the hit kill. And it was turned by Bailey with the hit over, and they could not return. That is a point for the Eagles. That is a kill for Bailey Hanner.
And Bailey Hanner, as we know, is a big piece of this team, committed to Texas State to play volleyball. She's going to be a big piece here tonight. She's got that kill shot working. She's going to be dangerous.
Lane Bulow with the serve. And that is retrieved by St. John's, and it is fumbled. And that is a point for the Eagles. That is an ace for Lane, as that is the score is now 3-1 for the Eagles.
And she's really got that serve working for her. She's had 3 in a row, and she shows no sign of slowing down. Substitution here for St. John 23 as number 12 comes in for number 7.
Lane with her next serve. As a miscommunication by the back line of St. John's. That is another point and another ace for Lane Bulow. That is her second ace in a row.
And Fort Bend really got it all together right now. Let's see if we can keep it going here.
Lane with her next serve. Set by number 2. Set by number 18, going for the kill with number 8. Set by Avery. Set by Reagan, going for the kill for Bailey Minor. And it is returned by number 2. Set by number 18, going for the kill. Tap over, and it's returned by Avery. Set up by Reagan. Bailey going for the tap. Returned by St. John's. 18 with the set. 12 for the shot. Bailey Hanner hits it up. Reagan Heflin going for the tip, and that is a point for St. John's, as there is a violation for the Eagles.
Just got a little lost in position there. Great movement, great communication. Volleying the ball well, hitting it back and forth. Just lost sight of where we were, and it cost us the point.
Score is 4-2 with the Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles out in front. Number 5 on the serve for St. John 23rd Lions. Here comes the serve. And is returned by Lane. Hit up by Reagan, and Bailey looking for the hit over, and it goes right into the net, and that is another point for St. John's.
Bailey Hanner timed that up well, just a little on top of it, and hits it just into the net.
Number 5 with her next serve. That is hit up by Avery. Hit up by Lane. And going for the hit is Bailey, and it is hit up by number 5 for St. John. Going for the hit for number 2. And Bailey could not get into it in time, and that is another point for St. John as they tie this game up at 4 apiece.
And great effort there by Hanner. Just couldn't get to the ball, and unfortunately cost Fort Bend Christian the point.
Number 5 coming on her next serve, looking to take the lead in this first set. Avery diving for the set. Reagan with the next set. Hit over by Lane right into the net, and that is another point for St. John as they are getting on a roll here.
And that was a beautiful effort by Avery Hodge to get that set to Reagan Heflin, and unfortunately Lane Bulow just could not finish the play.
Getting ready for her next serve, number 5 for St. John. And here it comes. And it's hit up by Reagan. Another set by Lane, and that is a hit over by Bailey, and is returned by St. John as they get up for the hit. It's tapped over, and Bailey saves it. Set up by Reagan. Bailey Minor going for the tap, and it's saved by 18. Number 23 going for the set. Number 2 going for the hit, and that is a point for St. John as they get the kill on that point, and they are now rolling here with multiple points in a row as they have taken the lead. 4-6.
Great kill shot by St. John right there. Fort Bend just did not have an answer, and number 9 comes out of the game. That's Lane Bulow. And entering the game is number 6, Laney Brown.
Returned by Avery. Reagan with the set. Oikensolo going with the hit over. And then it's fielded successfully. Going for the kill. Reagan saves the kill. Laney Brown with the set. Bailey Hanner with the hit. And that's number 2 going for the kill. And it's blocked by Fort Bend. That is a point for the Eagles. That was a successful block by the front line. Bailey Minor and Oikensola. Avery Hodge, number 16, comes off the court in number 10.
Number 5, Sophia Vreelink enters the game. Number 11, Oikensola really got up there for that one. Made an excellent play on that ball to win us the point. She's going to serve here.
Here comes Oikensola with the serve. And that is right into the net. Is that another easy point for St. John's? They're up now 7-5. Avery Hodge comes back in for number 11, Oikinsola. Bailey Hanner with the return. Reagan Heflin with the set. Bailey Minor going for the hit. And that is a kill for Bailey Minor. As that is a point for the Eagles as they inch back closer in this game. Make the score 7-6. Number 2, Sarah Weber comes in for number 7, Reagan Heflin.
And number 3, Shay Stone enters the game for Bailey Minor. Both juniors on this team, both extremely dangerous and important parts of this squad. Shay's going to take the serve here as the Eagles trail 6-7.
Returned by St. John's, number 2, set by number 18, going for the hit, number 2. Bailey Hanner returns it. Shay with the hit, with the set, and Bailey hits it. 18 with the set, 2 with the tap over, and it's returned by Bailey. 3 with the tip. Sarah hits it right back over, and it's fielded successfully by St. John's. Hit over, and that is out of bounds off of St. John's in the backcourt, and that is a point for the Eagles. They tied this game up right back at 7.
Great communication by the Eagles there. Really executed a nice play there and just forced St. John to hit the ball out of bounds.
Shay with her next serve. Fielded cleanly by number 5 for St. John's. Set for number 18. Going for the hit is and it's fielded cleanly by the Eagles. Number 20, Bailey Hanner with the hit back over. And that is right on the line. That is a point for the Eagles. What an amazing shot by Bailey.
Excellent hit by Bailey Hanner. Was set up nicely by Lainey Brown after the hit from Avery Hodge. And the Eagles take the lead 8-7 here in set 1.
Shay back on her next serve. Looking to extend the lead. Fielded cleanly by St. John. Set by number 18. Going for the hit. Number 2. Blocked by the Eagles, but it falls right back into their court. And Shay cannot get into enough time. And that is a point for St. John as they tie right back up at 8. It is a back and forth contest in this first set.
Unfortunately, Sarah Weber and Sophia Vreeling just couldn't get a hand on that ball, and it fell down.
A nice serve by St. John, number 9. Shay with the set. Bailey Hanner with the hit, and nobody could get to that fastball as that is a point for the Eagles.
And Bailey Hanner's obviously got that kill shot really working for her tonight. That's going to be a weapon tonight if she keeps it going, and she's going to take the serve here as the Eagles lead 9-8.
Laney Brown comes off the court as Elaine Buell comes back in for her. Bailey Hanner with the serve. And that goes right into the net, and that is a point for the St. John Lions. Substitution as number 1, Hadley Hodge, comes in for Bailey Hanner. Number 2 for St. John's looking on this serve. It's a tie game at 9-9. Returned by Hadley. Hit up, set by Avery. Sarah with the hit over. Returned fielded successfully by St. John's. Going for the kill. And it's right to Hadley. She returns it. Lane Buell successfully with the kill as that is a point for the Eagles as they take the lead back again 10-9.
Sophia Vreeling, number 5, comes off the court as number 11, Oikinsola, re-enters. And on that last play, you can just really see the teamwork and the dedication that these girls have in order to make that play. That was an excellent play.
Avery with the serve. And it goes right into the net. And that ties the game right back up at 10.
And I believe that's number 3 that the Eagles have hit directly into the net, giving St. John a free point. And if they can control that and get that under control, the Eagles will be right back in this thing.
Tie score 10-10 with number 18 for the St. John Lions serving. Number 13. With the serve, and that goes right into the net as 2 back-to-back net shots. Gain a point for the Eagles, and the score is now 11-10.
Number 7, Reagan Heflin, and number 10, Bailey Minor re-enter the game for number 2, Sarah Weber, and number 3, Shay Stone, as the Eagles are up 11-10 here in set 1. Reagan Heflin takes the serve.
Reagan Heflin on the serve. Successfully fielded by St. John's, going for the hit, number 10. And that is widely hit into the air by Reagan. It's saved by Avery. He's hit back over by Bailey Minor. St. John's feeling after a wild play. And it's blocked by the Eagles and Bailey Minor. And that is a wild point for the Eagles. After a crazy series of events and an amazing save by Avery, the Eagles somehow managed to gain the point, and the lead is now 12-10.
And that's what volleyball is all about, Jackson, these insane plays, and that was absolutely one of them.
Reagan with the serve. And it is fielded successfully. No, it is not fielded successfully by St. John's. That is another point for the Eagles. That is an ace for Reagan Heflin.
And it's no doubt after that big play and that ace right there that the Eagles have the momentum here in set one. As they lead 13-10, they keep on rolling.
Reagan Heflin with her next serve, looking for another ace. Hit up, set by number 8, going for the hit number 2 for the Lions. Avery with the amazing set. Reagan with the amazing hit over, and that is saved by the Eagles. Number 8 with the set for the Giants, and Avery with the set. Reagan with another set. Bailey Meyer going for the hit, and that is fielded successfully by St. John's. Going for the hit, number 13, and it is fielded successfully by the Eagles. Number 9, Lane Buell going for the kill, and that is a point for the Eagles as they score yet another point after a great volley between the two. And we have a timeout on the court.
Sixth grader Kaylee Tollison is hosting her third annual Totally Teal Trot 5K fun run the morning of September 18th. Kaylee is a stage 3 cancer survivor and would love for her fellow Eagles to come out and help her raise awareness for ovarian cancer. All proceeds benefit Kaylee's Over Embrace Chemo Care Bag program, where she delivers bags to patients currently going through treatments at local hospitals. Come out early for music and a fun Zumba warm-up. Sign up at runsignup.com/race/tx/sugarland/Kaylee Strong 5K.
Man, that just sounds like an absolute blast. Running a 5K is no easy feat, but with all the fun mixed in, it's going to be a great time.
And for a great cause, Jackson.
Absolutely, Derek. The Eagles with the lead here, 14-10 in this first set, as both teams look to take the court again as this timeout winds down. What have you liked and you've seen from the Eagles so far in this match?
I just see the effort that they've shown as Avery Hodge has made multiple fantastic plays, and the way they work together, you can tell that they've been practicing, they've been putting in work, and they've come prepared to play and to win this game, Jackson.
In the game now, Reagan Heflin serving along with number 1, Hadley Hodge. Avery Hodge is in, Lane Buell, Bailey Minor, and Oregon Solar are all in the game for your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles. Reagan Heflin with the serve. And that is too strong of a serve, as that is a point for the St. John Lions. 14-11 now the score, as the St. John Lions look to make some momentum and get back into this game.
She's truly got some power on that arm, and that serve just had a little bit too much on it.
Number 18 going for the serve for St. John's. Avery with a nice set. Reagan with the next set. Hit by Lane Buell, and nobody could get to that, as that is a point for the Eagles.
What an excellent play right there by Lane Buell as she shows off that kill shot right there. Perfectly placed. Nobody was getting that as Hadley Hodge comes off the court for number 20, Bailey Hanner.
Lane Buell with the serve. And nobody is getting to that, as that is an ace for the Eagles and Lane Buell, as people were diving all over the court and could not get the ball back over
That
the
was
net.
a beautifully placed serve, Jackson.
Lane Buell with the next serve, fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 8 with the set. Number 23 hits it over, fielded successfully by Lane. Number 7, Reagan hit with the set. 20, Bailey Hanner with the kill, and nobody was going to get to that ball, as that was a killer.
And like I said, that kill shot is dangerous, and nobody was returning that kill shot from Bailey Hanner right there.
Number 9, Lane Buell with her next serve. Returned by St. John's. Number 18 with the set. And a tap over by the Lions, and it's fielded successfully by the Eagles. Bailey Minor with the hit over, and that is just a little bit too strong.
Just a little bit under it right there. Jackson wasn't able to drop that inbounds. Your Eagles now lead 17-11 with St. John with the serve.
Some substitutions going on for the Lions, as number 3, who's now going to serve, comes on the court. Lane Buell with the successful field. And Bailey Hanner going for the kill, as no one yet again is going to get to that kill, as that's another point for the Eagles and a kill by Bailey Hanner. Avery Hodge comes off the court as Sophia Vreelink is back in the game for the Eagles.
And as you watch them play, they just look like they're having fun, Jackson, and that's what's so great.
Absolutely. Oikensola with the serve, and that is a too strong of a serve. That's another point for the Eagles. Avery Hodge comes right back in the game for Oikensola. With the libero for the St. John Lions looking to serve here, number 23. 18-13 is your score with the Eagles in the lead of the first set. Successfully fielded by Lane, set by Avery. Bailey going for another kill, and it is right back on. No one can field it, and that is a point for the Eagles, 19-13.
And the Lions did not lose that point from lack of trying. Bailey Henner's arm is just too strong, and they were not able to stop that kill shot.
Shea Stone now in to serve for the Eagles, along with Sarah Weber in for Reagan Heflin and Oikensola. 20 with the hit for the Eagles, for the Lions. And that is just a miscommunication between the Eagles, as no one really knew who was setting, and that is a point for the Lions off of a weird miscommunication.
Just a bit of a shallow set right there. No big deal. Momentum is huge in the game of volleyball, and the Eagles need it back to finish out this set.
19-14, the Eagles lead the first set. Number 8 with the serve for the Lions. And that is too strong of a service. That is a point for the Eagles, as Avery wisely decides not to go for the ball, as she knew it was going out of bounds.
And great communication, even from the bench, as they all screamed that that ball was going out to signal to Avery not to hit that.
Bailey with the serve. Return by number 2, set by number 8, and she could not get to that ball in time, as that is a point for the Eagles. 21-14 is the score, as the Eagles are 4 points away from closing out this first set.
Great things early on from these Eagles as they lead 21-14, and we're going to go to a timeout.
So far, the Eagles have really utilized their substitutions in this match to great advantage. Many players on the team have come in and played integral parts to this lead they have. (21-14) is the score in the first set, as the Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles lead the St. John 23rd Lions. Tonight, the Eagles entering in the game are at a record of 10-2 on a 7-game win streak. They are undefeated at home, taking on the St. John 23rd Lions, who are a record of 2-1 this season.
And just an all-around talented roster here from the Eagles, Jackson. No soft spots, and just as you were saying, substitutions are crucial in order to get all of these girls in and out of the game, keep them rested, in order to effectively take out their opponent.
Bailey Hanner back on the serve for the Eagles as the timeout has ended, and we are ready to get action right back under. Bailey Hanner with the serve. Good successfully by the Lions. 8 with the set, 20 going for the kill, and nobody could get to it on the Eagles side as Bailey dives for it and cannot reach, and that is a point for the Lions.
Hadley Hodge enters the game for Bailey Hanner as St. John takes the attack here as they're serving. Score is 21-15 for your Eagles.
Serve for the St. John's by number 2. And that is too strong of a service. That is a point for the Eagles.
And the Eagles just 3 points shy of closing out this set, as we have a substitution as Sophia Vreelink exits the game for Oikensola.
Avery Hodge with the serve, as it is such a fast serve that they cannot handle. That is an ace for Avery Hodge.
That was an excellent serve. A lot of power and a lot of great placement on that serve by Hodge.
Avery Hodge with her next serve as the Eagles lead 23-15 in this first set. Right into the net, as that is a point for the Lions with a score of 23-16 as the Eagles lead by 7 in this first set.
And the Eagles just need 2 more points to close out this set, as St. John 23rd makes some substitutions late in this set.
Number 13 on the serve for the Lions. Hit over by Lane, and that hits the net, and the Eagles just cannot get to it, as there was a miscommunication of whether it was going to go over the net or not, and that is another point for the Lions.
23-17 here late in the first set. Jackson, you seen anything you like so far out of the Eagles?
Absolutely. They're substituting great, and they're communicating very well. St. John with the serve, set by number 3, Shea, and hit over by Wayne, number 9. And then they cannot get to it, and that is a point for the Eagles.
Just great teamwork there, as you saw right there. Setting and kill shot from Lane Bulow is absolutely lethal as Sarah Weber exits the game, Shea Stone exits the game, as Bailey Miner and Reagan Heflin enter the game to close out this set.
Reagan Heflin with the serve to try and win the first set. Fielded by St. John's. That is too strong. And that is a point for the Eagles as they could not handle it. And that is the first set for the Eagles as they win 25-17.
And great first set here by the Eagles. Lots of promising signs as we continue in this game.
Goes in this second
You're not
set.
talking. Welcome back, folks, as the Eagles take the first set of this game, and they lead 1-0 here. As we start the second set, starting lineup back out on the floor, we have Oyen Consolo, we have Bailey Miner, Lane Bulow, Sophia Vreelink, Bailey Hanner, Reagan Heflin, and it appears that Avery Hodge will be coming onto the court.
The Eagles won the first set here in this game, and they are looking to take the second set to go up 2-0 over the St. John 23rd Lions. So the first set score was 25-17. Bailey Hanner checks in for number 5, Sophia Vreelink.
And here we go, Jackson. Second set underway as the Eagles take the serve. Reagan Heflin prepares. And the second set begins.
Number 7, Reagan Heflin with the serve. Set by number 18. And a hit by number 8. And that is hit up by Lane. Set by Bailey. And hit over by number 11, Oikinsola. Set by number 18. And a tap over by number 6 for St. John's. Set by Reagan. And a tap over by Oikinsola. Oh, an attempt to block by Oikinsola for the Eagles fails as St. John takes the first point of the second set from the Eagles.
Great teamwork there by the Eagles as we saw several sets, several hits. They're just working together really well. Unfortunately, just missed the block right there, and that led to St. John winning the point.
St. John with their first serve of the second set by number 5. Hits the net, and Avery Hodge recovers. Reagan Heflin with the set. Oikinsola with the hit. And they are out of bounds. The ball could not stay in bounds, and that is another point for the St. John 23rd Lions.
And great effort by Oikinsola right there. Just couldn't get it in bounds.
Number 5 with her next serve of the match. Fielded by Lane. Set by Reagan. Bailey with the hit, and it's fielded by number 23. 18 with the set, and it's hit by, and it's recovered by Bailey. Set by Reagan, hit over by Lane, and the Lions cannot get to it. That is a point for the Eagles. That's a great kill by number 9, Lane Bulow.
Yeah, Jackson, that was an excellent kill by Lane, as you just said, and she's going to take this next serve as she looks to get her Eagles on a rally here.
Lane with the serve. Fielded by St. John successfully. Number 18 with the set. And number 2 with the hit. And that is blocked by the Eagles, but that is out of bounds. And that is a point for the Lions as they lead 3-1 in the early parts of the second set.
Yeah, and that was a great kill by the Lions. Great effort by Bailey Minor and Oikinsola to go up and get that ball. Just unfortunately went out of bounds.
Number 23 with the serve. 7, Reagan Heflin with the hit. And Bailey Hanner with the nice kill. And that is another point for the Eagles.
And she smoked that ball right into the face of number 18. I hope she's all right. She looks to be doing just fine. And the Eagles are back on a roll as they are down 2-3 here, looking for some momentum to get back in this game.
Substitutions come in as Cassie Marquette is now serving for the Eagles, along with Sophia Vreeland coming in. Hit over by number 20 for the hit. And it's blocked by the Eagles, and it's recovered by the Lions. Going for another hit over. Hit up by Bailey. Set by Reagan. And Bailey Hanner going for the kill, and that is just fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 2 going for the kill as Lane dives on the floor and gets it. Bailey with the kill, and the Lions cannot handle. That's another point off of a Bailey kill for the Eagles.
Excellent kill shot by Hanner right there. As number 13, Cassie Marcourt, is going to take the serve again for the Eagles. Tie game here in set 2.
Cassie with the serve, and it's fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 20 going for the kill, and that is blocked by the Eagles, but it's recovered by the Lions. Lane with the set, Reagan with the next set, and Bailey with the hit over, and it is out of bounds. That is another point for the St. John Lions as they...
Early in that point, that was excellent defense by Bailey Minor to go up and block that, but unfortunately just hit it out of bounds to end that point.
St. John on the next serve here, number 8. And that is too strong of a serve, and that is a point for the Eagles as they tie this game right back up at 4-4.
And that serve was much too strong. There was no doubt about it that that ball was going out. As number 7, Reagan Heflin, and number 10, Bailey Minor exit the game. As Sarah Weber and Shea Stone re-enter. Shea Stone takes the serve in this tie game in set 2.
Shea Stone with the serve. Barely gets over the net. Number 8 with the set. Number 18 with the hit. It's a tap over. Shea with the set. Avery with the next set. Lane with the hit over. And it's fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 23 with the set. Going for the tap over. And Avery dives for it and successfully gets it Shea with the hit. And Sarah gets over, and it's blocked by the Eagles, and Bailey for the Eagles cannot get to it in time, and that is a point for the Lions as they take the lead 5-4.
That was just a great play by the Lions. The Eagles did everything they could to return that ball, but unfortunately just rolled out of bounds.
Number 2 for the Lions on the serve.
Some substitutions happening on the Lions side of the court just before that serve.
Number 2 with the serve. Fielded by Bailey Hanner successfully. Shea Stone with a nice setup and a nice hit by Sophia Ring, but it's blocked by the Lions, and the Eagles cannot get to it, and that is a great block by the Lions that leads to an instant point for them as they take the lead 6-4.
Great effort by Bulow to try to get to that ball, just unfortunately came up a little bit short.
Number 2 with her next serve. Fielded by Bailey Hanner successfully, and it makes it over the net, and it cannot get back over the net, and Lane hits it right back over. Set by the Lions, hit over, and it's fielded successfully by Shea. Avery with the nice set. Bailey going for the kill, and it is not fielded successfully by the Lions. That is a point for the Eagles.
That was excellent ball movement on the Eagles side to set up that kill shot, get us the point as the Eagles are down 5-6 here in set 2.
Bailey Hanner with the next serve. Fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 8 going for the hit, and it's a tap over. As the Eagles, Lane Beulah goes for the kill, and she successfully gets it as a point for the Eagles, and they're right back in this with a score of 6-6.
Excellent kill shot by Beulah right there. Hit it right where nobody was, and that ball was impossible to get to with that much speed and power on the arm of Lane Beulah, and Bailey Hanner takes the next serve.
Fielded successfully by the Lions, set by number 8, and a hit over by the Lions, and it's fielded successfully by Shea. Sarah with the hit over, and that is too strong. Oh, and it was tipped by the Lions, and that is a point for the Eagles as it looks as if it was going out of bounds, and one of the Lions touched it on accident.
Great hit by Sarah Weber to get that ball right where it looks like it's staying in bounds, but just on its way out to force one of the Lions to touch that ball before it sails out of play.
Bailey Hanner on her next serve. Fielded successfully by the Lions, set by number 8, going for his number 2, and it's fielded successfully by Bailey, number 3 on the set. And that is a penalty on the Eagles, and that is a point for the Lions.
And number 1, Hadley Hodge, checks into the game for Bailey Hanner. Here as the game is tied 7-7 in set 2. If you're just joining us, the Eagles took set 1 by a score of 25-17. Looking strong in set 2 as well.
St. John 23rd, number 13 on the next serve. Fielded by Hadley Hodge, set by Shea. Going for the kills, Lane Buell, and they get it. That is a point for the Eagles off a great kill shot by the freshman, Lane Buell.
And Sophia Vreeling checks out of the game, and so does, it looks like Bailey Miner, who checks out as Oyen Consola comes back in the game.
Avery Hodge with her next serve as the Eagles lead this second set 8-7. And that is too strong of a serve from Avery Hodge, and that is a point for the Lions. They tie this game right back up at 8 apiece.
That serve had a lot of power on it, Jax. It just sailed out of bounds. There was no doubt that that ball was going out of play. And the game is tied 8-8 as St. John 23 takes the serve.
St. John 23rd with the serve. Fielded successfully by Hadley Hodge, set by Shea. Sarah Weber going for the kill, and it runs right into the net, and that is a point for the Lions as they take the lead here 9-8.
Just a little bit off on her positioning there. That was a great play by Sarah Weber and good set, good communication, just off a little bit on the positioning. That ball went right into the net.
Shea with the set. Lane Buell going for the kill, and it's fielded successfully by the Lions. With a tap over by the Lions, and Avery Hodge fields it successfully. Shea with the set. Hadley Hodge going, and that is 11 going for the hit over. And Avery fields it successfully. Lane Buell with a hit back over the net, and that falls right in as the Lions could not get to it. They were worried if it was going to go in or out, and it's a point for the Eagles after a great volley between the two.
And Avery Hodge has been on a tear this game. She has been all over the court making some crazy plays. It's been fun to watch her play tonight as she has done a very good job this game.
Number 7, Reagan Heflin on the serve. As the Lions wildly control it, 18 hits it over. It's controlled by Avery Hodge on the Eagles side. Reagan Heflin with the serve, and Oyekansola with the kill, and it's unsuccessful.
11 with the count. It's blocked by the Eagles, but number 9 Lane Buell cannot get to it in time. That is a point for the Lions. As the score is now 10-9 in favor of the St. John 23rd Lions.
Great effort by the front line of Fort Bend Christian Academy to block that ball. Unfortunately, Lane Buell just could not get to that ball in time to set it back up for one of her teammates to hit it back over. Gave St. John the point.
Number 9 Lane Buell on the save. Number 10 Bailey Minor with the tap over. Saved by the libero for St. John's. Number 18 sets it up. Number 2 hits it over. Saved by the libero for the Eagles. Number 16 Avery Hodge. Hit over by Bailey Minor. Cannot get over the net, as that is another point for the St. John Lions.
And I don't think Bailey Minor got all of that ball right there. Just hit off the side of her hand, and unfortunately that ball went into the net.
Lane Buell with the set. Reagan Heflin with the next set. Lane Buell going for the kill. And that is a successful kill and a great play set up by Reagan Heflin as the Eagles score another point, an inch back closer into this lead.
And the freshman Lane Buell has done a phenomenal job on that kill shot tonight. She has several points credited to her name because of that kill shot. And she takes a serve here.
Nice setup by St. John's. Tap over by St. John's. And Reagan fields it successfully. Bailey with the hit over. And 18 fields it successfully. 23 with the set. Number 2 with the hit. And Lane fields it successfully. Reagan with the set. And Bailey Minor hits it over. And they cannot get to it. And that is a point for the Eagles. What a great kill shot by Bailey Minor.
And Bailey Minor, also a freshman this year. She has become a critical part of this team on that front line, and she really has that kill shot working today.
Lane Buell with another serve. Number 23 with the return, 18 with the set. Number 2 with the spike, and Lane successfully fields it. 7, Reagan Heflin with the set. Bailey just cannot get all of the ball, as that is right into the net, as that is another point for the Lions. The score is now 12-11 in this second set.
And the Eagles hanging on right here, down by just 1 point here in this second set. They need some momentum if they're going to win set number 2 here in this game.
Libero for the Lions serves. Reagan Heflin with the set. Olikensolo with the hit over, and that's fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 2 with the hit for the Lions, and that is too strong for her as the Eagles pick up another point to tie the game at 12 apiece. Number 5,
13.
Sophia Vreeling comes in for Avery Hodge, the libero.
And number 13, Cassie Marcourt, comes in for number 11, Oyenkensolo.
Number 13, Cassie in for the serve. Set by the libero. Set by the number 18. And blocked by the Eagles as they try to hit over. And that is a point for the Eagles as they cannot get back to it in time. That is actually a point for the Lions as the Eagles stretched over the line.
Great effort there by Sophia Vreeling to go up and get that ball. Just unfortunately hit it a little bit out of bounds.
St. John with the serve. And that is too strong of a serve, and that ties the game right back up at 13 apiece.
And number 2, Sarah Weber, and number 3, Shea Stone are entering the game. For number 7, Reagan Heflin, and number 10, Bailey Minor. And we've seen Coach Alex Edwards utilize these substitutions well, as Sarah Weber and Shea Stone often come in at the same time and really become an effective part of this team.
Absolutely. Shea with the serve. Fielded successfully by St. John. Number 8 with the set. Number 5 with the hit. And Lane Buell could not get to it in time, and that is another point for the St. John Lions.
We've got a really back-and-forth game here, Jackson. It's been really fun to watch as both teams battle it out. Your Eagles are down 13-14 here in set number 2.
Second set much closer than the first with a tight battle. Here comes a serve from St. John's. And that is too strong, or is that is inside the boundaries. That is a point for the St. John Lions off an ace from number 2.
And the Eagles need some momentum here. They need to get a point back if they're going to get back in this set and ultimately become victorious.
Number 2 with the serve. Bailey with the set. Shea with the next set. Bailey with the kill, and nobody's going to get to that shot. That is another kill for Bailey Hanner and the Eagles.
And nobody is stopping Bailey Hanner as she prepares to serve. And like I said, she really has that kill shot working for her tonight, and there's nobody who can return that.
Number 20, Bailey Hanner on the serve. Return by number 2, set by number 2. Number 11 with the hit. Fielded successfully by Hanner. Shea with the tap, and Sophia Ring with the tap over. Sarah goes up for the block, and the Lions cannot get it back over there, and that is another point for the Eagles as this game is tied right back up at 15 apiece.
Excellent teamwork by the Eagles there to win that point back, and now we are tied as Bailey Hanner prepares to serve again.
Here comes Bailey with the serve. Set by number 8. And number 2 hits it over. The Eagles fielded successfully. Shea with the hit over, fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 8 with the set. Number 11 with the hit over, and that is fielded successfully by Bailey. Number 3, Shea with the hit, set. And it's a hit by Sarah that hits right off the post, and that is a point for the Lions as they take the lead, 16-15 in the second set. If you missed the first set, the Eagles took the first set with a score of 25-17, and now the Eagles are down with a score of 15-16 in this second set. As the student section starts to get involved in Fort Bend Christian, the St. John Eagles make their serve. Shea Stone with the set, Lane Bulow with the hit, and it's fielded successfully by the Lions. 11 with the hit, and it's blocked by the Eagles. That is another point for the Eagles of a successful block of Sophia Vreeling.
And great block by Sophia Vreeling and Sarah Weber on the front line. And now we're going to see Oyen Consola re-enter the game for number 13, Cassie Marcourt.
Avery Hodge on the serve for the Eagles. And that is too strong of a serve by Avery Hodge. That is a point for the Lions. It's tied right back up. The Lions take the lead at 17-16.
And you could see the Lions really wanted to return that ball, but they had the patience and the discipline to lay off and ultimately win the point.
Number 18 with the serve for the Lions. Bailey Hanner with the set. Shea with the next set. Lane with the hit over, and that is returned successfully by the Lions. 18 with the set for St. John's. 11 with the tap over. And that is a point for the Eagles as nobody can reach it before it touches out of bounds.
And Reagan Heflin and Bailey Miner are going to re-enter the game for Sarah Weber and Shea Stone. Once again, head coach Alex Edwards really utilizing these substitutions effectively, and the Eagles are right back in this as Reagan Heflin takes the serve.
Reagan Heflin with her next serve. Returned by the Lions. Avery with the next set. Wang with the kill shot. And it hits high up into the air. 18 sets in. 23 hits it over. Avery with a nice set. Reagan setting up a kill shot by number 9, Lane Buell, and it is blocked, and it cannot be reached by the Lions. And that is another kill for Lane Buell. That is a point for the Eagles as they take the lead 18-17.
And that is a massive momentum shift here in this game as the Eagles really needed that point. They take the lead here in set 2.
Number 7, Reagan Heflin with the serve. Number 2 hits it up off the ceiling, and that is a point for the Eagles off of an ace from Reagan Heflin. 19-17 is your score.
And Reagan Heflin's really got that serve going right now. Let's see if she can keep it up right here as she just won 2 points in a row for her Eagles.
Reagan Heflin with her next serve. Awkward return. Number 8 with the hit over. Set by Avery Hodge. Another set by Reagan Heflin. And Bailey Miner with the kill shot, and nobody's catching up to that fastball.
And the Eagles are on a tear right now as Bailey Miner just made a fantastic play. Great communication, great teamwork by the Eagles, and Reagan Heflin is getting set for her 4th serve in a row.
As the team mentioned on the sideline, Bailey Miner still just a freshman in her young volleyball career.
It appears we're going to have a timeout by St. John 23rd. We'll be right back.
6th grader Kaylee Tollison is hosting her 3rd annual Totally Teal Trot 5K run the morning of September 18th. Kaylee is a stage 3 cancer survivor and would love for her fellow Eagles to come out and help raise awareness for ovarian cancer. All proceeds benefit Kaylee's Over-Embrace Chemo Care Bag program, where she delivers bags to patients currently going through treatment at local hospitals. Come out early for music and a fun Zumba warm-up. Sign up at runsignup.com/race/Texas/Sugarland/Kaylee Strong 5K. 20 to score for the Eagles as they lead the second set, 20-17. What have you liked that you've seen from the Eagles so far in this game?
You know, Jackson, we've got a lot of strong arms on our team. We've got the freshmen Lane Bulow and Bailey Miner, who both have their kill shots working for them today. And we just see a lot of teamwork, a lot of efforts, and a lot of passion from these Eagles. And they're getting the job done right now as they lead 20-17, and they're up 1-0 sets.
Reagan Heflin with her serve. And that is too strong of a serve by the Eagles, and that is a point for the Lions.
St. John's going to make a few substitutions here as number 11 exits the game for number 5, and number 5 is going to take the serve here for the Lions.
Number 5 with the serve for St. John's, returned successfully by Lane. Number 7, Reagan Heflin hits it up, and Bailey Hanner with the kill. And nobody's getting to that kill as Bailey Hanner with another kill shot to score a point for the Eagles as they take the lead 21-18.
As we near the end of this set, we just realize how good this Eagles team is late in the set.
Returned by the Eagles. Lions. Kill shot by number 2 for the Lions, and it's set by Bailey Hanner. Going for a kill shot. As Lane goes and it cannot get up over the net as that is another point for the Lions.
And it appears we just had a little bit of confusion there. Avery Hodge and Lane Bulow kind of got mixed up, but Laney Brown is going to enter the game here for Lane Bulow late in the set as your Eagles are up 21-19.
Returned by Avery Hodge off the serve from the Lions. Bailey Hanner with the kill, and that is a nice shot. Okensolo with the block for the Eagles. It is good successfully by the Lions. Reagan Heflin with the set. Bailey Miner going for the kill, and that is a nice dig by number 5. And that is too strong of a shot to get for Laney Brown as that is another point for the St. John 23rd Lions. They close this gap 21-20 with the Eagles favoring just by 1.
And that was just a great placed ball there by the Lions. Nothing we could do about that. Let's get back in it right here.
Number 23 with the serve, set by Avery Hodge, and then set by Reagan Heflin. An amazing strike by Bailey Hanner as it fielded successfully by the Lions. A hit shot by the Lions is fielded successfully by the Eagles. Bailey Hanner with the kill shot, and they are not getting to that one. 22-20 for the Eagles as Bailey Hanner with another kill shot for the Eagles.
And the Eagles are not done yet. Avery Hodge is going to exit the game, and so will Okensolo as the freshman Cassie Marcourt comes into the game as well as Sophia Vreelink late in this set.
Cassie Marquette with the serve. Lions looking for a hit, and Cassie Marquette sets it. Reagan Heflin with the set. And Bailey Miner hits it right back over after a wild set. Bailey Miner with the block, and that is a point for the Eagles, using her height and athleticism to make that play.
And Bailey really got up there to make that play, and that is huge for the Eagles as they just need 2 points to win this set and take a commanding 2-0 lead here in this game as we're going to go to another timeout.
The Eagles leading the second set 23-20. As the Eagles have taken the first set 25-17. Eagles looking to close out this second set in similar fashion with running off in the late parts of it. The Eagles have successfully used many substitutions tonight to keep fresh legs out in the court and keep a good game going for them.
Entering the court for these last few points is Cassie Marcourt. We have Laney Brown, Reagan Heflin, Bailey Hanner, Sophia Vreelink, and Bailey Miner. Eagles are up 23-20 as Cassie Marcourt prepares to serve.
Cassie with her serve. It is fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 18 with the set. Fielded successfully by Cassie. Number 7, Reagan Heflin with the dig. And that is a nice kill by Bailey Hanner as she is starting to take over the later parts of this match as the Eagles are 1 point away from taking the second set to take a commanding 2-0 lead.
And Hanner just showing how good that kill shot is late in this game as she has scored multiple points in these previous few volleys.
Cassie Marquette with the serve. There's a nice dig by the Lions. Going for the hit by number 2, the Lions. And they cannot handle it as Laney Brown stretches all out to get that ball, and she just cannot get there. That is a point for the Lions. The score is now 24-21. The Eagles yet again just 1 point away from closing out this set, and the Lions fighting on with whatever they can.
And Cassie Marquardt exits the game now for libero Avery Hodge.
The Lions with the serve. Avery with the nice dig that hits right back over the net. Lions tap it over. Avery with a nice dig. Bailey going for the tap over, and nobody was there as they were expecting a kill, and that wins the second set. 25-21 is the score as the Eagles take a commanding 2-0 lead.
What a set right there, Jackson. Bailey Hanner truly showing off the arm and how versatile of a player she is. We'll be right back. This is Eagles on the Air broadcast of varsity volleyball. The varsity volleyball as we prepare to get set for set 3. The Eagles lead 2-0. Jackson, what do we need from this third set to finish out this game?
Well, the Eagles have done a great job of substituting and putting in different players to utilize different strengths and just overall keeping fresh legs in the game. I think if the Eagles can continue to substitute, make good passes, and keep getting those kill shots from Bailey Hanner, Lane Buell, and Bailey Miner, they'll be just fine this third set.
I agree, Jackson. And looking out there as they prepare to start this last set, they've obviously got momentum. They've got energy. They're having fun. And I think that's going to translate into playing some good volleyball here in set 3.
St. John has absolutely hung around in both the sets with the first score 25-17. And in the second set, they were close with them all the way up to 20 as the final score was 21-25 for the Eagles.
Yeah, and Jackson, look for another close set here as St. John is not going to back down here. They're going to fight all the way until the end, and hopefully the Eagles can bring it home here in set 3.
Out on the court for the Eagles, you have number 11, Oikinsola, number 10, Bailey Miner, number 9, Lane Buell, number 7, Reagan Heflin, number 16 as the libero, Avery Hodge, number 20, Bailey Hanner. The Lions out on the first serve of this third set. Number 18 with her serve. Successfully digged by Lane. Nice set by Reagan Heflin. And Lane going right back for the attack. And that is fielded successfully by the Lions. Tap over by the Lions. And that is a point for the St. John 23rd Lions with a tap over when they were expecting a kill.
Just great communication and execution there from the Lions, and the Eagles were not expecting the tap over. Looking to turn it around right here as the Eagles are down 1-0 here in this set.
St. John with their next serve. Avery with an amazing dig to get it right back over. St. John setting up a kill, and it's blocked by Bailey Meyer and Oikinsola, and that is a point for the Eagles. They tie this game right back up at 1.
And that front line with Oikinsola and Bailey have been working all game, and they have shut down that kill shot.
An amazing dig by the Lions to get it right back up. Reagan Heflin with the set. Bailey Miner with the attack, and that is fielded successfully by the Lions. Lions on the attack, and that is fielded successfully by Avery. Reagan with the set. Bailey Miner with the kill. It goes right off the net, but it is out. And that is a point for the Lions. 2-1 the score for St. John 23rd.
Unfortunately, I think that ball from Bailey got a bit of the net and unfortunately sent it out of bounds. St. John 23 leads 2-1 as they serve here in set number 3.
The student section starting to get involved here at Fort Bend Christian Academy. Avery Hodge with the nice dig. Reagan Heflin with the set. Bailey Hanner with a nice tap over, and it's fielded successfully by the Eagles. Bailey Miner with a nice attack, and it's fielded successfully by the Lions. A tap over by the Lions is too short as the Eagles come away with the point.
Yeah, and you can hear the student section getting loud here, Jackson. The fans are getting involved. This is just a great environment for volleyball here at Fort Bend Christian. Cassie Marcourt enters the game for libero Avery Hodge to take the serve here.
Great serve there for Cassie. Setting up a hit over. Reagan Heflin digs. Cassie with another dig, and Bailey going for the kill. And it's right to the libero of the Lions. Number 2 with the hit over, and it's fielded successfully by Lane. Number 7, Reagan Heflin with the set. Bailey Miner with the attack, and it's fielded successfully by the Lions. Libero for the Lions fields it over. Cassie Marquette with the dig. Bailey Hanner going for the attack. And it's right out of bounds, and that is a point for the Eagles. Something to note here is we have 3 freshmen on the court right now for the Eagles, and they are still getting points and taking the lead.
Absolutely, Jackson. And you see the young talent on this court with Cassie Marcourt, Lane Bulow, and Bailey Miner all being freshmen this year. You see that the future is bright for Fort Bend Christian volleyball.
Absolutely. Cassie with her next serve. Fielded successfully by the Lions. Set by number 18. Blocked by Bailey Hanner. And that is a point for the Eagles off a successful block.
Absolutely phenomenal play by Hannah right there to get her hands up and block that ball. She's just played great this game, and she's been a key part of the Eagles' dominating performance here tonight.
In the third set, the score of 4-2, with the Eagles leading. The Eagles serve. Successfully fielded by Reagan Heflin. Bailey Hanner with the hit over. St. John setting up an attack. It's a tap over. Fielded successfully by Bailey Hanner. Reagan Heflin with the set. Bailey Miner with the tap over as the Lions successfully field it. Another block by the Eagles, but it falls out of bounds, and that's another point for the Lions as they narrow down the lead 4-3.
Great effort by Miner there to get up and block that ball, and Cassie Marcourt is going to come off of the court as libero Avery Hodge re-enters the game for the Eagles.
St. John, number 23 with the serve. Bailey Hanner with the amazing attack, but it's just too strong as the Lions pick up another point off of a miscue by the Eagles.
Couldn't find the boundary right there for Hanner, but that was still an excellent shot. St. John 23 has tied the game.
Number 7, Reagan Heflin with the set. Bailey Miner with the attack, and the Lions cannot handle her powerful attack as that is a kill for Bailey Miner.
Shea Stone and Sarah Weber are going to re-enter the game now for Reagan Heflin and Bailey Miner. Shea Stone is going to come on to serve, and Sarah Weber will take her spot at the front of the court.
Your Eagles lead 5-4 as Shea Stone is coming in to serve. Number 18 with the set for the Lions. A hit over by Lions, and it's blocked by the Eagles. Number 2 with the tap over for the Lions, and it's fielded successfully by Shea. Avery with a nice set. Bailey with a nice attack, and it's fielded successfully by the Lions. Going for a nice attack, the Lions. Shea flips it right back over, and they weren't expecting as no one was in the area, and that is another point for the Eagles.
Great deception by Stone there, as the Lions were not expecting that sort of tap over by Stone and just caught him completely off guard.
Shea with another serve. St. John successfully fields it, 20 with the attack, and that is a great kill by the Lions as nobody could get to it as players are diving from all the angles and just could not reach the ball. 6-5 is your score as the Eagles are leading the St. John 23rd Lions. St. John 23rd on the next serve. Number 8 for the Lions. Fielded successfully by Avery Hodge, set up by Shea Stone. That is a kill by Bailey Hanner, and that is another point for the Eagles.
And that was a bit of a shallow set by Stone, but Bailey Hanner able to adapt and just deliver a crushing blow to the Lions as she scores another point here for the Eagles.
Bailey Hanner with the next service. The student section is getting involved here. Number 7 with the nice dig. With St. John attempted a tap over and it was unsuccessful, and they touched it a 4th time, and that is a point for the Eagles.
Great teamwork, great communication there by the Eagles. They're working well together right now.
Number 20, Bailey Hanner off of her next serve. Eagles lead 8-5. Miscommunication between the ref and Bailey Hanner and where to stand. Fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 8 with the dig. Number 18 with the attack, fielded successfully by Bailey Hanner. Shea Stone with the nice setup. Bailey Hanner with the attack, and the Lions fielded successfully. Number 23 with the nice hit. As the Lions hit it successfully back over. Sophia Vreeling with a nice tap. There's a nice attack by Lane Buell, and the Lions cannot keep up with it, and that's another point for the Eagles.
And Lane Buelow once again showing off that kill shot. And once again, you can hear from the crowd that she is just a freshman, and she has taken over this game.
Bailey Hanner with a nice serve. Fielded successfully by the Lions. A hit over by the Lions, and it's fielded successfully by Hanner. Shea with the nice setup. Wang with a nice kill shot, but it's grounded by the Lions. Hit over by number 2. Shea with a nice hit up, and it's fielded successfully by the Lions. Avery with a nice pass to Shea. Shea with the pass to Sophia Brinken. That is a kill for Sophia Brinken. That is a point for the Eagles, and the Eagles have doubled up the Lions 10-5 in this second set.
And that was great teamwork by the Eagles there. Buelow delivered a few absolutely insanely hard shots to set up that final blow by Sophia Vreeling. As we head to a timeout, 6th grader Kaylee Tollison is hosting her 3rd annual Totally Teal Trot 5K fun run the morning of September 18th. Kaylee is a stage 3 cancer survivor and would love for her fellow Eagles to come out and help raise awareness for ovarian cancer. All proceeds benefit Kaylee's Over Embrace Chemo Care Bag program, where she delivers bags to patients currently going through treatment at local hospitals. Come out early for music and a fun Zumba warm-up. Sign up at runsignup.com/race/tx/sugarland/Kaylee Strong 5K.
As the Eagles and Lion come back to the court after the timeout, the Eagles lead this match 10-5. On the court for your Eagles, we have Bailey Hanner as the server, Avery Hodge, the libero, number 16, number 3, Shea Stone, number 5, Sophia Vreeling, number 9, Lane Buell, and number 2, Sarah Weber.
And here we go, Jackson, as we resume play. The Eagles lead 10-5 here in set 3.
Bailey Hanner with a strong serve, but just right into the net, as that's a point for the Lions.
And if you're just joining us, the Eagles lead 2-0 as the Lions have played 2 very competitive sets against the Eagles, but the Eagles have come out on top.
Serve from St. John, number 2, fielded successfully by Avery Hodge, high into the air as it hits the ceiling. Shea Stone with a nice dig. A nice attack by. And it is a point for the Eagles as the Lions could not handle Hadley Hodge's attack.
Great kill shot there by Hadley Hodge, and we're going to see Sophia Vreeland come off the court, as well as Cassie Marcourt for Oyen Consola and Avery Hodge.
Avery Hodge with her next serve. Did successfully. And Avery Hodge rushes to try to get to the next ball, as she cannot get to it in time. That is a point for the Lions. They shorten the lead 11-7, but still in favor of the Eagles.
And that was a great serve by Avery Hodge right there. Barely made it over the net. That was a great spot and a great effort to try to get to that ball, but unfortunately came up short.
Hadley Hodge with a nice dig. Shea with a nice setup. Oyen Consola with the tap over, and it's fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 12 going for the tap over, and Shea recognizes it. Lane Bow going for the tap over, and it's killed by Lane as she gets it hit right back to her, and she knows exactly what to do with the ball. And that is another point for the Eagles.
Very high IQ there, play there from Lane Bulow. She had a great recovery on that and a great kill shot. And Sarah Weber and Shea Stone are going to exit the game as Reagan Heflin and Bailey Miner re-enter. Heflin on to serve.
Reagan Heflin on to serve here for the Eagles. Not fielded successfully, number 23. And that is a point for the Eagles off another Reagan Heflin ace.
Great play there by Heflin. That was a great serve. Looked like it was going out of bounds, but fortunately, St. John 23 touched it.
Reagan with her next serve. Lions having trouble handling it, but unfortunately get it over. Hadley with a nice dig. Reagan with the set. Bailey Miner with the attack, and the Lions cannot handle that powerful attack. And that is a kill for Bailey Miner and the Eagles as the Eagles double up 14-7 on the Lions.
What a kill shot by Bailey Miner right there, showing off that arm, and that arm is just unstoppable. Nobody is returning that.
Served by Reagan Heflin. That is too strong this time, as that is a point for the Lions as they look to build momentum and get back into this match as they are down 2-0 in a 14-8 match.
St. John has the attack now as they're on to serve. Looks like we're having a bit of a confusion right now. St. John makes a substitution, and they are on to serve. Number 18 preparing to serve for the Lions.
St. John 23rd on the serve here. Dig successfully by Hadley, set up by Reagan. It's an attack by Lane Buell. It hits the corner of the boundary, and that is a point for the Fort Bend Eagles as Lane Buell heads back to serve.
Perfectly placed ball there from Lane Bulow, and that was just an excellent play. Hadley Hodge is going to exit the game as Bailey Hanner re-enters, and the Eagles have a commanding lead here in set 3 as they're up 15-8 on the St. John 23rd Lions.
Lane Buell with the nice serve, fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 8 with the attack, fielded successfully by the Lions. Avery Hodge with the pass to Bailey Hanner, and that is a successful attack and kill for Bailey Hanner and the Eagles.
And that's what Bailey Hanner has done all night, is just deliver that crushing blow, and that kill shot has won several points.
Lane Buell with her ace serve, and that is another point for the Eagles as they are putting them on. The Lions, they're starting to run away with this third set and looking to close out this match in a complete sweep of 3 sets with a score of 17-8.
And the Eagles obviously have momentum here. Let's see if we can keep it going.
Lane Buell with her serve, fielded successfully by the Lions. Number 8 with a tap over for the Lions. An amazing save by Reagan Heflin right into the net, but it trickles over for Bailey Hanner, and that is a point for the Eagles yet again as they are 10 points ahead of the Lions as this set is starting to look like the Eagles' name is written all over it.
And Hanner a bit lucky that ball hit the net, had the Lions totally off balance as that ball made a quick change of direction.
Lane Buell with her next serve, fielded successfully by the Lions. Nice pass by number 18. A tap over by the Lions, and Bailey Hanner could not get into it in time. She sends it out of bounds, and that is a point for the Eagles.
Great effort there by Hanner. Unfortunately, ball just went out of bounds, was not able to set that up for one of her teammates to hit over. And Lainey Brown is going to enter the game for number 9, Lane Bulow.
One of the rare times we've seen Lainey Bulow come off the court, and she's only a freshman.
Yeah, and she has played a critical part in this game.
Number 5, Lainey Brown with the dig. Reagan Heflin with the pass to Bailey Hanner. That is just too strong of a hit by Bailey Hanner, and that is a point for the Lions. They look to crawl back into this match. Still down 8, 18-10.
Got a bit under that ball and sent it soaring out of bounds.
St. John 23rd with the serve, fielded by Avery. Reagan with the set. Bailey Hanner with the attack, and that is fielded successfully by the Lions. Hit up by number 5. Avery Hodge with the set. Reagan with the next set. Oikensola with the attack, and the Lions cannot get to it as the Eagles have scored another point and are up 19-10 in this third set.
Phenomenal ball movement right there to set up the kill shot from Oikensola. And the freshman Cassie Marcourt is going to re-enter the game for libero Avery Hodge. And Sophia Vreeling will come back on into the game for Oikensola.
Number 13, Cassie Marquette on the serve. That's too strong of a serve as the Eagles look to regroup as Cassie Marquette comes right back off of her serve, and Avery Hodge is in. Eagles just 6 points away from winning this set. Bailey Hanner with a nice dig. Reagan Heflin pass right back to Bailey Hanner. That is an attack from Bailey and is fielded successfully by the Lions. An attack coming from the Lions. And Avery Hodge fielded successfully. Reagan Heflin with a pass to Bailey Myers. That is a spike. Number 7, Reagan Heflin with the pass up to Bailey Hanner. That was spiked right into the ground, and nobody's going for that one. And that is a point for the Eagles. And the Eagles are 5 points away from winning this game.
And the student section knew that one was coming as the crowd erupted as Bailey Hanner spiked that ball right into the ground. Just a great play, showing off the teamwork with the set from Avery Hodge. And Shea Stone enters the game to serve here.
Shea Stone on the serve for the Eagles. Nice recovery by number 5 for the Lions. Tap over by the Lions, and it's recovered by Avery Hodge. Shea Stone with the pass to Lainey Brown. She cannot catch up to the ball, as that is a point for the Lions off of miscommunication between the Eagles.
Eagles are up 20-12 right now, just 5 points away from taking this one, as they're up 2-0 on the Lions.
St. John 23rd with the serve, and number 6, Lainey Brown, just cannot get to the ball in time as that ball ricochets into the stands. That's a point for the Lions as they decrease the lead 20-13, still favoring your Fort Bend Christian Academy Eagles.
Lions with a little bit of momentum here. Let's see if the Eagles can gain that back. Close this one out.
Bailey Hanner with a nice dig. Shea with a nice pass right back to Sophia Vreeling, and that is a nice return by the Lions. Right back to the Eagles. Lainey Brown with a nice dig. Shea Stone with the pass to Avery Hodge. That's just plopped right over. Sophia Vreeling with a nice block, and that is another point for the Eagles as they have utilized the block from their front line very well tonight.
And the front line, no matter who's on the court, has just played excellent volleyball tonight as the Lions can get nothing over that net without it being blocked by one of the Eagles.
Lainey Brown checks out for Lane Buell to come back in on the front line. Number 23 with the nice dig, a pass to number 2, and then it's fielded by Bailey. Shea with a nice pass right back to Bailey, and that is an attack by the Lions. It is touched twice by one of the Lions players, and that is another point for the Eagles. The Eagles are 3 points away from closing out this third set and this match. Score of 22-13.
Great work right there by the Eagles as they played really good together. And that's a big word for tonight, Jackson, is together. They've played so well with each other. They've utilized each other. They've shared the ball well. Just a great team, and it's really fun to watch.
Absolutely. Bailey Hanner with her serve tips the net, but the Lions fielded successfully. Fielded successfully by Wayne Buell. Shea Stone with a pass up to Sarah Weber as an attack, but it's fielded successfully by the Lions. Lions just hit it over with Avery Hodge recovering. Shea Stone with a nice hit. Attack by Wayne Buell, and the Lions cannot get to it as that is another point for the Eagles, as the Eagles are just 2 points away from closing out this match.
Your Eagles are up 23-12 to 13 currently.
Bailey Hanner with her next serve. As we have some trouble with the scorekeeper's table, and the refs are now called clear to go on the play. Bailey Hanner with her next serve. Fielded successfully by the Lions, and that is a point for the Eagles. Eagles are nearing the end of this game as they are looking for just 2 more points to close out this game. 23-13 is the score. Bailey Hanner with her serve. Nice pass by number 8. As the Eagles as the Lions cross the front line, that's the point for the Eagles. The Eagles are 1 point away from closing out this match. Bailey Hanner on the final serve.
Student section
getting involved. That is too strong of a serve as Bailey Hanner, looking to finish on an ace, is going to have to wait for next match.
24-14 is your score here as the Eagles look to close out this game against St. John 23rd. And when they do, this place is going to explode.
Number 2 for St. John on the serve. Number 5, Sophia Relink on the dig. Avery Hodge past the lane. Buell looking to end the game, but the Lions recover. Nice pass by St. John's. A nice attack. Avery Hodge with the nice pass. Chase Stone setting up the attack. But this is a tap over by Sophia Relink, and that's the match. That's the set. That's the game. And the Eagles have won in 3 straight sets.
What a game, Jackson. You just saw the teamwork, the communication. They played such a great game of volleyball tonight. Star performances from number 20, Bailey Hanner, from freshman number 9, Lane Bulow, and some outstanding plays through the highlight reel from number 8, the libero, Avery Hodge.
Eagles extend their win streak from 7 games to 8 games, and they are still undefeated at home. We thank you for joining our Eagles on the Air broadcast, and we look to see you next time for Varsity Volleyball. I'm Jackson Champion.
And I'm Derek Jordan, signing off. Oh my gosh, we killed that.
I was watching that on my phone.
I said it right on top of it.
That was so bad, dude. Thanks. You didn't even know their names, bro.
You mean the other team? Yeah, I don't know.
It's horrible.
My bad.
Maybe you did both cameras by yourself?
Oh yeah, I actually did all 3.
All cameras? Yeah, I didn't ask you to bro. I'm taking those 2 cameras now.
Hey, thanks for your help tonight, Zuber.
I did do all 3 cameras.
He did when I saw